Capricorn, hi. So this is going to be your reading for May 11 to the 18th. Let's see what's happening in your life. Channeled message for you for this week. All right. Let's see. All right. So you are holding yourself back regarding to a situation. You're not giving it all, especially when it comes to shared resources, your time, your money, your energy. You're very selective with who you give your energy to and what you invest in, if we're talking about career here, okay? I also see you potentially be 1 foot in, 1 foot out of a situation. You're not really sure if you should give it all, like I said. Okay, so if this is a work situation, if you have a project, you want to start something, right? And then halfway there, which you're not at the complete finish line, you're not at the completion of the project, you're just like half in. You're like, is this really worth all my energy in the world? It's also saying to me that if you're considering this, your expectations of the result is not really matching with what is in the reality right now. That's why you're like, let me reconsider this, let me reconsider if I still want to keep engaging with this. This can also be regarding to a family situation, friendship, relationships, love. So if this is a person, you're like, I don't think they're worth my time and energy. So yeah, I might jump. All right, let's see. In the past, I see your money doing very good at this moment. Of course, I don't think this is like overnight millionaire kind of scenario like in the movies, but financial wise, you're doing good. In the current situation, you are having some conflict. I don't know if this is with a person in a situation or this is like internal conflict. I lean more towards internal conflict here. You see what you did in the past and you're like, yeah, a lot of things didn't work out, Again, it didn't match my expectations. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep continuing on this journey, but the universe has granted you a path that aligns with your heart has opened up. So we'll need to do some clarifications regarding to the current situation. In the future, I see you starting a new journey. Again, like this new journey can be you in the same journey, but with a different attitude, right? With a different energy. So, or this can simply mean, yeah, you're starting something new. Also, whatever that you're starting new here has something to do with money, with finance, stability, home environment. Okay, so I lean more towards this is like a financial career reading here, okay? And things are changing up for you, all right? So I want to see what is the conflict that you're facing in the current situation. Okay. What is this conflict talking about for Capricorns, May 11 to the 18th? You want to go for whatever that's at your hands, okay? You got clarity over the situation, you know exactly what to do. But for some reason, I don't see you giving your all, okay? So your title would be I'm not giving my all at this current moment because there is some uncertainty involved, okay? I also see an ending of something regarding to a soul connection, but that's another storyline. Here we're more talking about like finance over here with a potential partnership on the side that's involved, that you put an end to it a while ago. Yeah, so you will need to wait for a period of time for things to fall onto the ground, to lay out all the cards for you, okay? The cards are not being laid at this moment. That's why you're struggling. You're like, yeah, I know what to do, but I need more clarity on my hands, all right? I want to see what this is regarding to, okay? Let me do another clarification for you. 2 rounds clarifications, all right? What is this about? What is this about? Internal fears. Okay. One more card. You got some internal fears regarding to whatever that you wanted to hear. I assume this is a career reading, all right? Okay, so I'm gonna give example for career, but also for some of you, this can be a relationship reading. So apply to your situation, just change the words around. Get the idea, okay? So you're looking at what you're currently working on, okay, that you've been working on for a while. Like I said, in the beginning of the reading, okay? But despite the fact that opportunities are presented to you, yes, pathways are opening, you are being divinely guided, you are stopping by your own internal fears of, what if this might not work out? Because based on all of your past experience, you got a lot of failures in the past where you started something and then you invested it for a while, but eventually it didn't work out. That's why in the current situation, you are looking at all your life experiences of what did work out and what didn't. So you're not really sure at this moment. You don't really have a lot of faith in yourself that this will succeed in time with efforts. I also think that this is something that you will need to work for a really long time to really get the results that you want. You're a Capricorn. If you put your mind and heart into it and you're still being disappointed a little with the current situation, that means this is something quite big. This is a big project. This is not like you apply for a job to a tech company kind of stuff. This is more like a project where you will need to invest in at least a year before you see the result, or at least like half a year before you see the actual fruition. So that is like, okay, if that takes very long, I gotta really think before I act here, okay? Despite the fact that I am having a lot of mental clarity, I know exactly what to do, but I'm not really making any moves. So you're pulled by 2 forces of the uncertainty of success and the fact that you know exactly what to do to make it succeed. So you got like, you actually don't have a problem, but you have a problem. We got a problem here. Yeah, interesting. All right. Let's do the 5 of Cups here. I want to see like what this is about. Well, you are something different, Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn myself too, so this actually resonates. All right. Let's do the 5 of Cups. What is the Five of Cups? Yeah, you know, in the past, you emotionally invested in a lot of the project, or this again can be a soul connection. And after a while of planning, you're like, yeah, let's do this. Let's start it off. Let's first start it off. Let's roll it open. Let's open the journey first and let's do something about it. But again, in the past, a lot of things didn't work out, and that just gives you a lot of stress and anxiety. The fact that it didn't align with your expectations. So in some way, the manifestation didn't really come through. I would put it that way. But here's what I will say to you. You also got to consider the fact that it's not just things failed by itself. Maybe that thing that failed, that didn't work out, is just not meant for you. So if you really see the bigger picture here, what didn't succeed bring you to here for something to succeed today. Without that thing that failed, you probably wouldn't be here. Like if that thing succeeded, you probably, let's say you open up a clothing business, okay? You sell clothes, you rent a shop, you sell clothing there. But if it really took off, like big sales hit, like people, so many customers coming in to buy your stuff, you probably will do clothing business for a whole lifetime. And it wouldn't lead you to where you are today, you know? So see things from like a wider perspective. You're too narrow focused on what didn't work out. Okay? All right. Let's get some advice. We got pretty much everything covered here. I want some advice here. Again, this read is really about finance. Yeah, because I got multiple finance card for you. So I think for the majority of you, this is about money. I will tell you, if you put into the work to follow the guidance, follow your heart, you will succeed. Big money is coming, okay? I also mentioned that your monthly May reading, go check that out on my page. But again, like here, you're not really moving, you're not really taking actions at the current moment, you're not really giving your all yet, okay? So you need to figure that out. All right, let's get some advice for you. What does Capricorn need to do regarding to this internal conflict and struggles, right? What do they need to do? Advice. Don't take it too serious. Sometimes you're too serious. And if you couldn't have fun in the career, what's the point of even the career, right? Play, have fun, be like a child. That way you can maximize, you can max out your creativity, which will assist you in your success, okay? Also do something, all right? Don't just like, all right, you know, maybe I gotta learn more things here before I take any actions. You waited long enough. Now is the time to take actions. And check out the effect of, how would I say it? It's almost like, you know, when things didn't work out, it quite frustrates you and it causes a little bit pain. You need to check that out because it's impacting your success here. All right, that's what I have for you, Capricorn. I'll see you next week. Bye.